All right, traders. It's good to be back full-time trading. Decent day for me today. Let's see. The SPY, still pretty narrow range, but went out pretty strong on the day. If we look at intraday, we had the gap down, the nasty sell-off, and a complete reversal and going out near its highs. If you weren't around after hours today, excuse me, Apple closed at $200.67. As I'm talking, it's trading around 211 bucks. Wayne called this in after hours back through 210, and I think it went up a couple bucks from there. It was pretty interesting. It was a version of his algo got it wrong play, but he called this setup the algo got it right play. But it was a clean setup over 210. A great call. So, during earnings season, if you didn't know this and you're a chat room member, a lot of times people hang around after hours and place after hours trades. Anyway, another great call by Wayne there. What am I watching for tomorrow? CYOU, just a quiet inside day. So we're going to watch that one again tomorrow. No trades in it today. CTRM is still kind of in this tightening pattern. Again, I want the shippers to be going, and some of the shippers look like they tried yesterday. No action in them today. But if for some reason the shipper theme comes through, I still love this as a, kind of quiet breakout. It's worth knowing that it only traded 137,000 shares today. It's stupid thin, it's stupid spready, but I still like it if it can break out of this range, like maybe through 7. But only if the other shippers are going. ROAN, that's kind of my sleeper pick, right? ROAN had this pop yesterday, and today kind of a quiet inside day. If you weren't in chat, I actually took this over this flag, called it too, just over this tightening pattern with the big move it made yesterday. I thought if it breaks the highs, there was a nice seller on the tape at 75. Half numbers, whole numbers, three-quarter numbers can be inflection points anyway. And you had a nice day yesterday and a pretty narrow opening range. And it didn't do much. It doesn't look like, right? But from 575, it did almost get to 6, in about 5 minutes before rolling over. I don't know. I made maybe 200 or 300 on it. I don't remember. But it was a nice little trade. I still think that chart is worth watching tomorrow. MGI had this pop back here, and you got a kind of a quiet day, a couple lower highs, but kind of a bottoming tail today. Let's keep our eyes on that one. NOVN, a big pop today, and a fairly strong close, all things considered. But that volume is going to catch some traders' attention tonight as they look for charts, and so we definitely want to watch that one tomorrow. RBZ, again, this thing just needs to be on watch. It's a tough trader, but it's still kind of coiling. If it breaks to the downside, I won't even give it a second thought. But it is interesting, like over today's high, over 720, it might get another leg higher. It is a weird stock, but I still, I've had it on watch for several days. I'm going to give it one more day. Staff, I don't really like this chart. Closing at 165, there's nothing compelling here. But in after hours, it got a little volume and it's trading like right now at 187. The most recent high was a couple sessions ago at 193. So and the 200 days right there as well. So we'll see in the morning if it's still holding that after hours move. In other words, if it's gapping up, it might be a decent gap and go play, over this 193, 194 area. It might just push through 2, maybe challenge these highs. Not in love with it, but the little bit of a move in after hours caught my attention. BE, still think this one looks good over 14 and had trouble with it here. Now you kind of have a 2-day high, nice extra volume, right, in this last couple of days. Interesting to me through 14 or maybe some other intraday setup. We'll see how it trades tomorrow. PRPO. This one's weird, but it just did a reverse split and a pretty nice bounce today. I will show you one thing, though, to give you a little hint. I'm going to switch to 2-minute candles. All right, so let me pan out a little bit. So look what this thing does, right? It's quiet all day. Then volume comes in. It pops to almost 540. Look at that. I don't think that was an errant tick. I wasn't watching a trade. But if that really happened, that means it went from 535 down to 481 all in about a minute. And it looks like it actually did that. That's kind of terrifying to me, so keep that in mind. But certainly had a strong close. The daily chart's not terrible. Had this nice move, looked like it was rolling over and it's curling back up again. Maybe the whole number 6 comes into play tomorrow. But because of the recent reverse split, you can see it right there on my chart. It says 1 for 15. It can move when it moves, so we'll keep our eyes on that one. And then PINS, just a crazy strong IPO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row up, and then today gapped up and put in this nasty candle. Now, I'd like to see it come down another day or two before I call it as a bounce play, but such a strong open for this thing that I am going to start watching it tomorrow. Maybe we get a narrow range and then an upside breakout of a narrow range. And it's a decent whole number inflection point trader too. So I'm going to start watching PINS tomorrow. All right, that's it. I'm done babbling. Have a great night. We'll see everybody in chat tomorrow.